All right, guys, welcome to Saturday. How are you? Good morning. I hope everybody is wonderful today. Welcome to solstice weekend. Welcome to Cancer season. Welcome to summer. As we say in northern New England, summer. S-U-M-M-A-H. All right, let's see what's going on. We're going to start with Cancer today, and we are going to go all the way around to Gemini. Hope Gemini's had a good birthday. Happy birthday to Cancers. At the end, I will pull cards for everybody watching, so stick around for that. The time codes are in the description box. So if you're looking for time codes, I'm not sure if my editor is time coding the video, but I will ask. All right, let's see. We are going to go straight up Cancerian. You're yelling at me right here, my darling. So, water. I mean, is there a time when Cancer isn't in their feelings? Maybe some of you have been blocking feelings or something like that. That has got to be tough for a Cancerian to block feelings. I just don't know about that. There can also be other people wanting to share their feelings with you. Okay. So what don't you see coming, Cancer? Underneath, yeah. Page of Swords. Text coming. Here is your Chariot, and then there's an Aquarian energy. Look at you. Devil energy. Opposite sign. Seven of Swords. What? Opportunity. Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you're dealing with an Aquarian or not a Cancerian, a Capricornian. Yeah, that's you. Looks like an Aquarian to me. Saturn. There's been some kind of lesson between you and this person. Lovers. Gemini. Tower. Five of Wands. King of Cups. I feel like this person is going to reach out. There is somebody who's going to reach out. Gemini. Aquarius. An air sign. Gonna reach out. I feel like you haven't been honest with them about your feelings. All right, this is an opportunity. This opens up a whole can of worms here. This person reaching out. Why is Five of Wands? What is Five of Wands doing? What is the Five of Wands doing? Okay, Page of Pentacles, the Empress, the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. So there might be some unresolved anger here. Okay, somebody might be angry with you. You might be angry with somebody else. But I feel like it's the kind of discussion that moves things forward. I think it gets you away from this feeling of being trapped. I feel like you're not going to feel trapped anymore after this conversation because the Tower is coming in. And this person is somebody who has learned a lot. They've learned a lot. And this Knight of Swords, that's interesting. The World. It's like burying the hatchet. We're not going to be mad at each other anymore. Okay. I don't know like where this goes from here, but this is powerful. This person is likely love partner, future love partner, or a partner that comes back from the past who's now single or something like that. The Tower. I just feel like this is super sudden. Six of Swords, Five of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Temperance card. Okay, so this conversation precipitates a lot of movement. Okay, I don't know if this person is leaving behind a toxic relationship or you are, but somebody is, and maybe you both are. And this is like sudden movement, fast movement. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. Okay, I feel like you want to go see this person or they want to come see you or something like that. But this conversation is going to be about feelings. Taurus and Libra. So maybe Taurus and Libra, all these signs, a lot of signs here. So there's definitely some feelings that are coming out that need to be addressed, need to be discussed. Your feelings, their feelings, whatever it is. But definitely Archangel Michael is in the mix here. So this is a very powerful soulmate. I don't think you see it coming. This person is going to reach out to you via text. So heads up, Cancer. This person is reaching out to you via text. I feel like there'd be a lot of good conversation here. Anything else? Anything else? The King of Cups in the end, that's you. Okay, it's a long way from that devil energy. Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups, the Magician, and the Two of Swords. This does feel like there might have been some misunderstandings. Okay, I got Gemini and Virgo here, some more Gemini. We do have Jupiter now in your sign of Cancer. We're going to have Uranus moving into the sign of Gemini, moving away from Taurus. So there's something earth-shaking going on here. And I feel like there's a lot of regret. There's a lot of misunderstandings. But I feel like this is a relief. I feel like you're getting relief from a situation. Maybe you feel like you couldn't tell the truth. I couldn't tell the truth. I'm sorry. I couldn't tell the truth. I couldn't tell you how I felt. I couldn't do this. All right. There was definitely something like that, either from you or from them. But lots of feelings going to be flowing very soon, Cancer. So maybe for your birthday, darling. So heads up. All right. Heads up with that. That's Cancerian energy. All right, Leo. What's going on for you? Full moon. Full moon. I'm going to say to you, hold on, I just want to look at one thing. We've already gone by the full moon in June, but in July, as we're heading toward Leo, we have a full moon in Capricorn on the 10th of July. And let's see, the 10th of July, right after that, we have Saturn goes retrograde and Mercury goes retrograde on the 12th and 17th, respectively. So there's something about, boy, there's a lot of Capricorn energy flowing with that first, with Cancer getting the Devil card and now you getting a full moon, Capricorn full moon. That could play into Cancer too, but let's just stick with you here, Leo. I feel like this is about like you're done with the hard stuff. Like the hard stuff is over. The difficult stuff is over and you're moving in a better direction. Okay. It's time to really let go of something that was really not good, but maybe a lesson, but something that was very challenging. Underneath is the High Priestess. I think you know what this is about. There you are. You're showing up as the Strength card. King of Swords. Could you be dealing with an Aquarius or a Cancerian? Ten of Swords. Done, 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 done. Seven of Pentacles. Emperor. Six of Cups. And the World. This is super done. And I feel like this has been going on a long time. And you know that it's over, or you know that it's about to be over. And I just feel like some of you are going to need to look at lessons around this. I almost feel like, Leo, when I say done, you're going to be like, yay, I'm going to move on from this and this is great. But I don't think you can move on from this until you look at your own lessons in this situation. Whatever you're dealing with this Leo and Aquarius energy and the Ten of Swords, whatever betrayal you have just recently dealt with or you are dealing with, there's something about you asserting yourself more in the future, you learning some lessons from childhood about how you handled father energy or how you've been dealing with father energy, or how this is like an ancestral generational curse you're clearing. Maybe father energy. Where did I see that? I saw that in the morning message, I think. Yeah, this week I've seen a couple of ancestral or generational karma clearing events. This is something that I get the feeling, what is this? Okay, so clearing some daddy issues or some father karma. Hanged Man and the Two of Swords. Wow. Stubborn energy here. Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Justice card. I feel like you refuse to see something. You refuse to see how this issue of betrayal relates to daddy issues or relates to father clearing, karma clearing, um, requirements. Okay. This is something you're going to have to really work on, because I feel like this is happening. It's like, why, how did I get here? Why am I here? Instead of just being like, yay, it's over. I'm getting out of this. I'm running away from this. I really feel like you are being asked to slow the F down and look at the lessons you have learned from this. What are you taking away from this? Don't just kind of wrap it all up as like, okay, well, we're done. It can't be like that, because I feel like the Justice card and the World card are saying you're needing to really see how the relationship that you're just leaving, or the betrayal you've just undertaken, is an opportunity. How is this an opportunity? Even though you're like, oh man, just want to get away from this. I feel like you need to slow down. Now, we've just had Mars move into Virgo. Okay? Mars moving into Virgo, and that's going to stay there. Mars leave. Okay, hold on. Mars just moved into Virgo on the 17th of June. And Mars is going to be in Virgo until the 6th of August. So, 6 weeks or so. Mars enters Libra, and here we are with Libra. So this isn't really going to be over. I feel like the full moon in Capricorn in July. Oh, and then we have obviously the full moon in Aquarius on the 9th of August, right the day after Lionsgate. This isn't really going to be over until you look at your own lessons. This might slog on a little bit longer. Like you're like acting like this is over or done with, and I'm just moving on. But this isn't really going to be over until after Mercury goes direct, the 12th of August. So I wouldn't sign anything. We have a Mercury retrograde going on in July and August. Okay. So if something is over and there's like a legal document, because I'm seeing justice there, look at this. Saturn retrograde, 12th of July, Mercury retrograde, the 17th of July, Chiron retrograde, the 30th of July. And then Neptune retrograde, the 4th of July. Good Lord. You are not signing anything under those circumstances. Okay. And when we get here into August, Mercury goes direct. So there's going to be some kind of backsliding or backfilling or something like that need to happen. I just get the feeling you want to just run away. And it's really because it's not that this is hanging around anymore for you to be connected with this person or anything. This is really about you having to look at your lessons. And it's, I don't know, accountability. I think that's a little bit strong. I think you're needing to reflect on this and like, how did I get here? And how is it related to my own issues and daddy issues or issues around power? Issues around power, sovereignty, being a sovereign person, standing on your own financially, like whatever this was, you're really going to have to take a hard look at how you got there. Okay. I don't think it's going to let you go until you do. All right. Virgo. Let's see. Ooh, guides coming in for Virgo. We have, let's see. We have, Mars moving into Virgo just now as I'm doing this reading this week for you. You're going to see it on Saturday, but it's earlier in the week as I'm doing this. And there's definitely something here about your guides trying to tell you something, Virgo. Your guides are trying to wake you up, trying to tell you something. Guides are trying to tell you something. Okay. Underneath is the Two of Swords. Very closed down right now. Ace of Wands and Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're learning a lot of lessons right now. Very closed down. There's ideas trying to come in. Ace of Wands. There's some kind of spark trying to come in, but I feel like you're like, no, I'm not available for that right now. Nope. Look at this. 8 of Swords. 4 of Swords. Healing an old mindset. Look at this opportunity. Ace of Swords, 2 aces. The masculine aces. Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles, Temperance, Sagittarius, and Taurus. There's a new beginning here. I feel like you're trying to make a decision. Outcome is Aquarius energy, the star, healing. Both healing. There's going to be some truth here, and there's going to be some money issues that are settled. I feel like you don't want to take any action until the money issues are settled. There needs to be a new beginning here. And I feel like you're going toward Aquarius, Sag, Taurus. Taurus might just be the commitment. Okay. Queen of Cups, 9 of Cups, 5 of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, Justice card. So there's definitely something that you have a mindset around that needs healing. And I feel like you're kind of refusing to see how manipulative somebody is or how backstabbing somebody is. You're refusing to see it. But I will say that to see it, you do have the opportunity to see it. Okay. It's like you can't go toward this new chapter until you really see what's been going on. You can't just, almost like Leo. You might want to look at Leo's reading. You can't just run away from something toward a person that you want to go toward, clearly, until you make peace with what is. And I feel like this Knight of Wands is about running away too. So there's definitely something there about running away. I don't know. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. So maybe you're exploring. What's the Ace of Swords? King of Wands, taking some kind of action. 6 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and the 3 of Swords. 9 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. There's somebody that I feel like you've hurt them or they've hurt you kind of unintentionally here. This might be the person in the future. I feel like you're worried that they're already gone. I feel like there's a broken heart here. And there's definitely, I think this person is not gone. I think they are waiting for you to take some kind of action. And Mars in Virgo, in your sign of Virgo right now, is basically saying to you that, like, you got to get it right with the details. You got to get the little things right. And you've got to understand what heals you, what makes you feel good. I feel like you're really taking a deep inner look because the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Swords both have blindfolds on. So I'm not looking at other people, right? I'm not seeking out anybody. I'm going inward. Very, very hermit-like energy here. I do feel like there's a new opportunity for you to go toward someone from your past. And, but you got to heal this thing first. There's healing is required. Go look at the morning message on the 18th of June. Go look at that. I feel like there's Virgo energy in there. Okay. Tower. Queen of Wands. 6 of Swords. There it is, the Hermit. I feel like you're going toward this Queen of Wands. Sag energy. Sag, maybe Leo. Okay, I feel like you're going toward them with your wisdom. Like this internal search and healing, you're bringing wisdom to this new connection. And that is going to be the best thing you could ever do. All right, you're really needing to learn who you are. And I feel like that's something that you're just learning about right now. Maybe there's been a long time when you've been stuck in something. All right, Virgo, that's for you. Let's do Libra. What's happening with my Libras? Come here, baby. All right, let's look at Libra. I think I will use you. Okay, Libra right here. Air. What you doing, Libra? I feel like you're thinking a lot, maybe overthinking things, up in your head about something, possibly. Let's see. I mean, that is true in a lot of ways. I'm a Libra rising, so okay. Knight of Cups underneath. Romantic offer. King of Cups. Ace of Cups. Wow. Opportunity. Queen of Swords. Speaking your truth. Woo! 10 of Swords, 3 of Cups, the Chariot, and the King of Wands. Okay, wow. I feel like, Libra, you are looking for someone to come toward you. You are looking for this person to take action. King of Wands, Chariot, King of Wands. 3 of Cups. They put to bed this idea of third party. They're no longer in a third party situation. They're coming toward you, Libra. King of Wands. Temperance, Sag, Leo energy, King of Pentacles. Look at all the King energy here. Wow. 6 of Swords and the Empress. All the Queens and 3 of the Kings. The one that's not missing is the one that is missing is the King of Swords. This is a pretty small group of cards to have 3 Kings and then the Empress card. This person, Libra, is coming toward you after getting out of another situation. You know, this person might be the queen, well, they're definitely the King of Wands. King of Wands is the one that's taking action. And we have Mars in Virgo right now. So a lot of detail around how is this going to work. I feel like this person is really thinking things through. You, on the other hand, are in your heart. You're in your feelings. This person is thinking about logistics. How romantic. This person is thinking about logistics. But nevertheless, be that as it may, this person is still coming toward you. 4 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Death card. This person is putting behind them a history of taking no action. All of a sudden, Death. This person's changed. Chariot, King of Wands, taking action. And 6 of Swords, taking action. Archangel Michael is helping this person. This is a legit offer. This is a legit offer, something that's tangible. They've been thinking about logistics. 3 of Wands. Expect it. Fast. Knight of Swords, the Strength card, Leo time, there's Queen of Pentacles and the Star. So this is a very healing connection. This person is going to offer something tangible. And I feel like this is going to happen. They're thinking about logistics right now. Okay, they're thinking about logistics right now. And we have a lot of retrogrades in July. I'm just saying to you that there's a lot of reason why this person might get stopped, including a Mercury retrograde. Okay, Libra, including a Neptune retrograde on the 4th, Saturn retrograde on the 12th, 17th, there's a Mercury retrograde. That's going to go in through August, into August, and Chiron retrograde on the 30th. So July is going to be a time of like internal ironing things out. Logistics is right. It's sort of like setting things up, getting things settled, something along those lines. And that's going to be a really important time. July is going to be important, even though you're not going to see any of it. All right. You might be feeling that way too, though, in your own body. Okay. Scorpio, friendship. What's this about, Scorpio? Friendship, my love. What is happening with my Scorpios? Friendship. All right. Scorpio. I don't know why I'm shuffling like this. Okay. This one jumped out. What's on the bottom? The Capricorn. Oh boy. 10 of Wands and the Devil card. And then you're showing up as the 8 of Cups, walking away from something. 2 of Swords. 9 of Wands. This is the same old, same old. I feel like you're having, oh, look at this. Fool. Good, good, good. 6 of Pentacles. Empress. 7 of Wands. All right, I like this. So walking away from the same old crap all day long and twice on Sunday. Look at this. Capricorn, 10 of Wands. The Devil card, 10 of Wands. I'm done here. I'm done here. There is somebody who is going to help you. Could be a Taurus, could be a Libra. 6 of Pentacles. This is about getting balanced. This could be someone who's I'm getting a doctor or a healer of some kind who's going to get this straight. Now, the 7 of Wands in the outcome is like you're finally standing up for yourself. So some of you Scorpios really have taken a lot of shit, I feel. All right, Scorpio, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Look at all your learning. 3 of Swords and the, healing card of the 4 of Swords. So learning a ton. I'm walking away from this old pattern. Congratulations. Scorpio is walking away from an old pattern. This is somebody who's maybe friend zoned you. Look at this. It's just like the 2 of Swords, right? 2 of Swords. So this person may have, wants to sleep with you and then friend zones you and all this stuff. You're like, I am done. I am done with this, getting my heart broken over and over again. I am really learning. So it's like that scene in Sex and the City when Big tries to, I think it's, I don't know, season, I forget which season it is, but it's 6 years. After 6 years of this, she's finally like, lose my number, right? She's finally like, lose my number. And I feel like that's what's going on here, that you're finally to the place of enough. Good for you. Good for you. That's going to yield a lot of great things, Scorpio. Right now, you got to deal with this chapter that's right in front of you. All right, Sagittarius. Healer. What? I feel like you've been working with a healer, and if you have, it has worked, or it is working. It was absolutely the right thing to do. I saw the Knight of Swords just then when I flipped the deck over. Something about your anger and your rage that really comes across when people run over your boundaries. Good job, you. Well done, you. All right, Sag. What's coming out here? Queen of Cups underneath. Queen of Cups. Chariot. What in the world? Knight of Swords. Moon. We have a new moon in Cancer at the end of this month. There's the Emperor. King of Cups. Wow. The Judgment card and the outcome is the Page of Swords. There's a conversation coming. King and Queen of Cups. There's a conversation coming. Somebody has to take an action. I feel like it's a text. Somebody has to take an action. I feel like this person is ready to move forward. This could be you. This could be them. Sag. Chariot and the King of Swords. Both of you. Ready to move forward. And the moon, the new moon in Cancer. This is planting the seeds. So some of you have been working with a healer. I feel like this has healed your heart. The Emperor here. Aries energy. Taking action. Moving forward. The Judgment card. This is really like the time. I feel like you're moving forward. Some of you have maybe done a lot of healing work and you're like, wow, this really worked. Look, it's clearing the decks for my person to come toward me. 3 of Pentacles. Look at the title on that. Works. This works. Ruin. 10 of Swords. Pleasure. And the 6 of Swords. Science. I feel like you're putting to rest a lot of things from the past, a lot of things that have prevented you from having this new opportunity. 10 of Swords. I feel like you're a different person now. 6 of Cups, 6 of Swords, or maybe this other person is a different person now. Nice. Very nice, Sagittarius. There's Cancer and Aquarius here. I see more Cancerian with this moon. Justice, love, Two of Cups, Hermit, Death, Ace of Pentacles. Brand new beginning. New beginning for Sag. You've done the healing work, Sag. Go back to June 18th and watch that reading. Lots of Cancer in here too. All right, that's for you. All right, let's pick it up with Capricorn. Cappy, for you. Earth. Excellent. Right out the gate. Like, yep, I am who I am, and that's all that I am, Popeye. Capricorn. What? All right, let's see what's going on for you this week. We do have the Sun conjunct Jupiter, and that can be a big windfall, right? Earth is about money. It's also about the time, really like your ruling kind of energy. So what's happening for my Capricorns? Underneath is the Five of Cups. I'm going to take this because the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords, there is something done here. This might be healing some mother issues. All right, that's cool. Yeah, because this is healing. There's the Star. Wow. Tower. Holy poker. Six of Wands. Queen of Cups. Knight of Wands. The Nine of Wands. And the outcome is the Knight of Pentacles. That is Virgo energy. That is Virgo energy. So there's something coming through, like breakthroughs, some aha moments. Some of you are really seeing your patterns. Congratulations. Because I feel like now you're going to do things differently. The Knight of Wands versus the King. Knight of Pentacles. Some of you have decided that you're going to do things differently, especially if something is over. I feel like you have a lot of regrets around not doing things differently, or around this person, around a situation that's long past, that's long over. I feel like you have a lot of regrets about that, and I'm going to do things differently now. What is this Tower? Because that's healing energy. So you're like kind of like this hopeful, expansive, seeing my patterns. Death in reverse. I feel like you've blocked this change or this transition or this shift for a long time. Knight of Swords, Knight energy coming through. Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Some of you are dealing with a work situation around money. Some of you are regretting how you've handled money, which is so freaking bizarre for a Capricorn. But here's the thing. You could have been handling it like a traditional Capricorn, and like, that's not going to work in the new age of Aquarius. There's something about how we handle our resources that is changing. I feel because we're getting this anger around work. I'm angry that I took this path. I'm angry that I did this. It didn't change enough, or it didn't bring enough money in. It didn't do. Really super angry about this. I feel like you maybe missed an opportunity. And I'm going to do things differently now. I'm not telling anyone about it. Seven of Swords. I'm not telling anybody about this. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my life. Capricorn, going to change your life. I'm not doing what I used to do. I feel like it was a waste of time. Nine of Wands. Three of Wands, Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Some of you missed an opportunity. Maybe some of you stuck it out in a relationship when you should have left a long time ago. Because I feel like that's, if I'm going to do things the way a traditional Capricorn would do, then I actually sacrifice myself on the altar of what's expected. And if things are changing in the world, social norms, social expectations are going to be thrown out the window. You can no longer navigate by committee, okay? By what everybody else expects of you. And I feel like now you're knowing that, or having some kind of breakthrough around that, and saying, what I did up until now, nobody appreciates it. Nobody gives me enough kudos for it. Nobody applauds. So what am I doing this for? All right. I feel like there's a real breakthrough here. Page of Swords. 8 of Wands. Ace of Cups. 9 of Swords. Yeah. There was an opportunity for I'm getting the Robert Frost poem. Paths diverged in the woods, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Wow, I got a ton of spirit chills on that one. Capricorn, this is about now taking the road less traveled. And if you're going to say to me, oh, no, I'm mad that I didn't do that years ago, I can't do it now. Really? Because I feel like that's why the lesson is showing up. There's another opportunity coming. Another similar opportunity coming. And what will you do with it shows you how really healed you are. It's a test. Saturn in Aries right now. And it's very close to Neptune. It was conjunct when it went in just a little bit ago. There was a conjunction there. And it's sort of like we need to give life and anchoring our fantasies are, and you might be like, well, it's a fantasy. What's life without whimsy? All right, Aquarius, what's going on for you, my darlings? Nature spirits, been seeing that a lot. Get out in nature more, my love. There's also maybe somebody, is somebody that you're dealing with a real, I'm going to use the word hippie. I don't mean that as a pejorative at all. I mean it as somebody who really loves trees and nature, wants to camp all the time. Aquarius, I feel like you're really tied to your phone, and that might be something that inhibits you. But there's something wonderful about this person really wanting to take you out of that technology space and get you, out in the world, out in nature. Knight of Wands, nature boy. 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, power, oppression, opportunity, Queen of Wands. Woohoo! That's this person. Oh, wow. Tower, 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, this is something that starts out like an affair. And I don't mean like you're cheating on your spouse. I mean, this starts out as like a very sexual kind of thing. Queen of Wands, look at her. Look at her. Okay. And there's the debauch. There's this 2 of Pentacles. Oh, wow. This is something that is really coming into my life, and it's really amazing. I'm going to do things differently. Knight of Wands. This person is really wanting to get you out of your comfort zone, maybe sexually, but definitely get you out of your comfort zone. In terms of the tech bubble and the real natural world. And natural world, sexual urges, like all of these kinds of things. And this person ends up becoming long-term. 10 of Pentacles. Leo, Aries, Sag, maybe Leo. Could be Leo. Queen of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. Wow. Okay. I've been seeing this a couple of places, Aquarius and Sagittarius. There's something going on here about you guys, both of you, having a choice. A new person comes into your life. It's wowza. It does have the opportunity to be a long-term partner. And then somebody comes back in from the past who's completely like ended another relationship and is like, okay, I'm ready for you now. And you're going to have to choose between those 2 people. 4 of Wands or the 10 of Pentacles. Those are 2 kind of different kinds of relationships. Okay. One is going to be very earthy, and the other one is going to be what? The other one is going to be more love oriented. Not that both have both, but Devil energy, 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and the Page of Wands. All you're interested in, like you got this choice going on. All you're interested in is, I don't want it to be like where I came from. The relationships I've had in the past, the toxic, the enmeshed, the narcissistic / codependent. I don't want to do that again. All I care about is that I am not doing that again. And so that's the yardstick here. Who do I choose? Well, I'm going to choose the person that is potentially the most different, but it's got to align with you. It can't just be different for different sake. I know, Aquarius, you're like, hey, but I love that kind of stuff. That's true. But I feel like now, if you want something really different, it's going to be like, you're really going to need to get to know who you are first before you can make this choice. So I feel like you got a little bit of time here to kind of explore who I am and what I really want, and see which one of these people, because I feel like they're both super hot, super fun, lots of good experiences. But I feel like you really need to get to, in order to choose, you need to know who you are first. Okay, Pisces, what's going on for you? Psychic. I should just put that as the baseline for Pisces, because of course you are. Really opening up that gift, opening up that sense of self, being really grounded in your gifts. Really grounded in your gifts. Okay. Let's see here. The Temperance card, Sagittarius. I've been noticing, so Sagittarius tied to Aquarius, Sagittarius tied to Pisces. Both of those things. Wow. Pisces, what up with this? 5 of Pentacles, Hanged Man. That is victimy. Ooh, that is so victimy. New moon in Cancer coming up this week. Knight of Pentacles, that's Virgo. High Priestess, Cancerian energy. 6 of Wands, outcome is 10 of Pentacles. I've been noticing a lot of this 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles thing. And which comes first in the reading, and then we're going to a better place, okay? This has to do with Mars in Virgo. Okay. This is about putting in time and effort. So you can manifest a lot and very well and do incredible things, but only when you add this one step. Maybe you've been feeling like manifesting doesn't work for you. You're going to need to add this one step. Put your feet on the floor and take steps to get toward what you want to manifest. If you want to manifest the love of your life, okay, what do I have to do to have that happen? I got to put myself in situations where that can happen. I've got to make room in my house. I've got to get myself out of the house more often. I've got to think about what kind of relationship I want. You know, all of these things. Put your feet on the floor and move forward. It's not enough, okay, just to be spiritually connected. Although when you put your feet on the floor, wowza, is that the second time I've said that? Yes, it is. You get some real traction finally. Some of you may be dealing with an earth sign or a Sag. I see Cancer here too. And this just says to me that Saturn conjunct Neptune, your ruling planet, and Saturn conjunct Neptune, this is going to be a thing until we get to next February. Saturn and Neptune are kind of dancing with each other. And next February 20th, they're going to be conjunct in Aries for a brand new paradigm. This year, the rest of this year, and then the beginning of next year, there is definitely going to be a time when you are shifting your paradigm of how you're doing what you're doing, how you're getting to where you want to go. And going, oh, this little time period in June and July into August is about me recognizing I've got to put one foot in front of the other and take action. Mars in Virgo. So wherever Virgo is in your chart, Virgo is about doing things that make us feel healthy and good. Virgo is also about systems, things we can put in place to grow our financial capability or grow our day-to-day routines that are going to bring us long-term health. That's also Pentacles. Stop wasting time, Pisces. Stop wasting time. Okay. That is for Pisces. Now, let's move on to Aries. Okay, Aries. You power. Power. That's kind of the same thing, right? I mean, that is a Pluto energy right there. But Aries, I feel like there's something coming to a head or something, some kind of power that you are experiencing right now or are going to be experiencing. 9 of Wands underneath. Knight of Cups. Magician. 5 of Cups. Interesting. Queen of Pentacles. There you are. Emperor. Lovers. Ace of Wands. Got a lot of Gemini here. Gemini and Virgo. Gemini, Virgo energy. I feel like you make a choice. There's definitely somebody who doesn't want to be pinned down. You may be wanting an offer from this person or you offering this person. And I feel like they turn you down. 5 of Cups is regret. Some of you are regretting inaction around a person. And so now you're going to take action. We have Mars in Virgo right now. Your ruling planet in Virgo, which is about take steps. Take steps. Make good choices. Ace of Wands. This is where your power is. Very similar to Pisces reading. Okay? About like taking steps to get what you want instead of sitting on the couch and going, I'm manifesting. I just feel like that Pisces goes, oh, I didn't realize I had to get off the couch. But you do. You do. There's definitely some kind of old way of doing things, 9 of Wands here, that you blow up because it's not worked. It's never worked. You think it works, it's never worked. Okay? It's not, whatever you're doing has not worked for you. Especially romantically. 4 of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Wands, 7 of Swords. Okay. Oh, I see. There's 2 people. So some of you are really going to heal this third party thing. And maybe for all of us, you know, what you're doing is you're healing some kind of paradigm around third parties. Whatever that means. Some of you may have a best friend who's always hanging out with you guys. Maybe that needs to be a little less. Maybe you need to back off of that. Some of you have a mother-in-law that is impinging on the connection. Some of you actually have affairs. Some of you actually are using your work as a third party to get away from the relationship. Whatever it is, that's the thing to look at. You're becoming a different kind of person and a new kind of offer. So you're getting a new kind of relationship. What you have been doing up until now hasn't been working. And this week, I feel like with Jupiter conjunct the sun, there's something about Jupiter conjunct the sun in Cancer. There's something about like, oh, aha. I mean, it is in Cancer. It's about feelings. There's no cups here. Yes, there is. The 5 of Cups. Some kind of disappointment is shaping your way of doing things in the future. And it's going to be a good thing. All right. It's going to be a good thing. Aries. Good, 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 good. It's going to be a good thing. I feel like it's something that you haven't really been aware of. I hear you, Charlie. I feel like it's something you haven't been aware of, but now aha moment for you, Aries. Okay, Taurus, your turn here. Let's see. Taurus, what's going on for you? Transformation. I saw this in your end of June reading, and I've been seeing this for a while for you, Taurus. There's a big change coming. That's the death card. But it's like you're becoming the butterfly. So maybe you're out of that death, moment, and maybe you're already into the transformation. Okay, you're already into the change. Take a look. If you are somebody who's like me, I'm going to turn 60 this year. So the last couple of years, what's been going on, and that would mean that you're just finished your Saturn return. And so what's been going on for the past couple of years, now, if you've done the work, Saturn leaves a gifty for you, meaning there's an opportunity coming. If you've done the work of the last couple of years, what are the themes? Then there's going to be an opportunity to like move in a different direction or some kind of like reward for the work you've done. 3 of Wands underneath. I haven't told that to anybody else, just you, Taurus. So maybe because of that transformation card. 3 of Wands. Yeah, there's the Aries energy of the Emperor. The 6 of Cups. It's like, what do I want to do now? 6 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. 8 of Swords. 5 of Pentacles. King of Cups. I feel like some of you are choosing love over money. Or at least love over, like you're choosing somebody because of love, not because of their resources. And I don't know if in the past you had chosen somebody because of their resources, but now this is almost like a person from your past, like long past, like childhood, or somebody that has to do with your children. Maybe they also have children and that's how you know this person. You've been balancing this for a while. 6 of Pentacles, maybe talking to 2 people, or maybe you're in a relationship that's ending and you're talking to this other person. This has been going on for a while. Pentacles, time. I feel like you didn't see that this person was the person for you until recently. What's the 5 of Pentacles here? Not really paying attention to their wealth or their money. You're the Emperor, so 6 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Yeah, you're moving on. You could be in a situation right now that has run its course. It's over. It's ending. It's over. And it's like, okay, what now? What next? Could be a career path too, moving in a different direction that's going to bring happiness and joy. At the very least, this new direction is going to bring in satisfaction, fulfillment. That's what's been missing, because I feel like you've been able to create money and money has been, fine, but there's no satisfaction to it. I feel like this next chapter has a lot of satisfaction. Somebody who's more on your wavelength. Ace of Cups. You've been pushing this off for a long time. 7 of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Chariot. So I am seeing Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. I feel like though you're going in more of a direction of an Aries or a Leo. I just intuitively, because I almost see like a different direction for a Cancer, for a water sign. There's definitely a lot of talking going on. All right. They may have somebody else too, if you're dealing with a water sign. But regardless, you're going in a good direction. The 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. Expect that to show up. Expect that pivot point to show up, or that transition point to show up very soon. Very soon. All right. That's for Taurus. Now we'll talk to Gemini and then I'll pull cards for everybody watching. That's for Taurus. Okie dokie here. All right. For my Geminis, Divine Masculine. You. Divine masculine. Gemini, I don't know if you are the divine masculine. I just did a reading this week for divine masculine and one for divine feminine. Let's see what the reading shows, and then I'll direct you to which reading. Well, you can watch them both if you want. Of course you can. 5 of Swords, I just saw that. 6 of Wands underneath. Page of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. A new opportunity coming through texting. A new opportunity to go into a new direction in life is coming through in a message. 5 of Wands. It's contentious, though. There might be some kind of argument or some kind of sparring with each other. 2 of Wands. King of Swords. Star. Lots of Aquarius energy here. Outcome is the Fool. You're deciding to move away from this. I feel like you have a really good chance of some kind of winning here. What's the 5 of Wands? There's some, let's see. What is the 5 of Wands? 8 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, Moon. By the time, so there's a new moon. Hold on. The new moon in Cancer is this month. Is June, right? New moon in Cancer, the 25th of June. So that's this week, 4 degrees of Cancer. There may be something happening right around there. We have that happening, and the sun conjunct Jupiter, which is a very powerful money kind of experience. There could be an eruption. Something about money could cause this. And it's kind of like 8 of Swords and 10 of Swords, like the old mindset. There's something that blows apart an old mindset. And so in this new moon energy, it's really going to be important that you plant the seeds of what you want for the future. Something about old money and new money, like letting go of old money or money that has already been earned. And now we're talking about choosing the new direction. What's this King of Swords and the Star? Aquarius. 4 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. So that person, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, I feel like you're really spending a lot of time doing healing work around an Aquarian, Gemini, and I feel like you might be dealing in the future with a Cancerian. There's definitely something here about helping them. This Aquarius person may need your help in some way, financial help. Something like that. I feel like you might be, if this is an old connection, like the money needs to go away. The money thing needs to go away. Or the money thing is tying up. It's closing up. Like there's no more way for them to help you or for you to help them. This might be closing up of a business transaction. A very business oriented person, this Aquarian. And it's like, we're closing this up. We're ending this connection. And I feel like you're going in a new direction. Page of Pentacles. You're going to learn something or have this Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles experience. Finally free of that Aquarian energy. And I almost feel like, what's this divine masculine? These could be 2 masculine energies. I mean, if you're a masculine, fair enough, but like it can be just about like how we take action. This masculine takes action in terms of money and maybe controlling about money. Remember that 5 of Swords thing? They're very controlling about money, and they've lost power or control over you in some way. This Page of Pentacles is about like, I'm doing money differently in the future. Divine masculine, Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups, the Sun, and the 3 of Pentacles. There's just more collaboration in terms of money. Because I feel like with this Aquarius, it was very much like top down, like I give you an allowance kind of thing. A little bit of trad wife going on here. And maybe the person who is more traditional wants to go in a different direction. Because Aquarian energy is very much about the future. And so I feel like they're going in a different direction financially. than they ever have been in the past. Maybe they've decided to take up a new hobby or a new business or something like that. This person, this divine masculine for the future, is a person that you're going to collaborate with. I feel like this person's very creative, heart-centered. There's some youthful, joyous energy. Person could be younger than you, because I'm getting a lot of page and that sun card. 3 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 6 of Swords, 10 of Cups. Yeah. This person has endured a lot. I feel like you broke their heart, or they broke your heart, or both. If this person's from the past, you guys are moving forward together. 6 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. I like it, Gemini. I like it. Very nice. So let's pull cards for everybody watching. I would go back and watch that both Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, and see those 2 readings that I posted on the 19th, Thursday. And one was a morning message and one was a Divine Masculine reading in the afternoon. So check those out. We'll put a link in this description box for them if you want to check them out. Okay, so let me ask for everybody watching. I think I'll use a different deck. For everybody watching, let's see what's going on for this week for everybody watching, please. Okay, your greatest work becomes your legendary legacy. Your greatest work is your legendary legacy. Your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. Like that. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes to your open door. Ask wonderfully, receive graciously. Wow. So this is like moving on to a path, being guided to move on to a path. Wow. That is definitely that Mars in Virgo. So we're taking steps, and the sun conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. There's definitely some kind of expansion of opportunities. Underneath is the High Priestess. You know this is coming, don't you? 10 of Cups. 3 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. Hierophant. Emperor. Wow. Ace of Pentacles. And the outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I can't leave that there. 6 of Wands. 8 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. And the Death card. I can't leave that there. One more. Thank you. Judgment card. Okay. So there's definitely some big transitions happening here. Some of you have had love in the past that has really harmed you. It's the kind of love that isn't love. Spoiler alert. You were thinking something that was love wasn't. You were thinking something that wasn't love was love. And now I feel like you've healed, or you're healing from it. So the healing work is working. I feel like that's the message you need to hear. I think you already know that. High Priestess. And so what's coming up here is this energy, very masculine energy, coming in with an offer. All right. An offer of commitment, an offer of a new day, a new change. So this is the new path, the Wheel of Fortune coming out here. Destiny and fate. 6 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. I feel like there's going to be some kind of conversation here about how we got here. Whether you know each other or not, there's going to be some kind of conversation of what changed me and where I'm going from here. What happened? What changed me? What was the catalyst moment? How did I heal? Am I still healing? Lots of conversation like that. Okay, lots of conversation like that, because both of you are profoundly changed by some really important relationship. Doesn't have to be a love relationship. Could be a family one, could be a business partner, could be a relative who's passed even. 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. A lot of meditation, there's a very spiritual air to this relationship. All right. Very spiritual. And the Judgment card, the Death card, lots of big transitional cards. Some of you are like, this is the person that I see in my dreams. This is the person that is my divine partner. Something about past lives over and over again. Codependency, new love, retreat, forgiving and learning, a new chance, a new beginning. If you already know this person, you're getting a new chance. And the codependency thing, I feel like you both have some kind of lesson to talk about whatever you had in the past. And I feel like if you guys hurt each other, there's some lesson to talk about that you both have learned now. Okay. Prayer will help this situation. Energy healing work. There's more to come. Honor and trust your feelings. That's beautiful energy. Self-respect. There's a lot of good stuff that's coming into this new chapter here. And I feel like you guys are going to, this is long-term. Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. This is long-term. 9 of Pentacles. The lessons and things you invest in right now for this connection are going to yield a lot of benefits in years to come. Nice going. All right, guys. That's for you. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.